Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Taiko World Cup Finals. It's Finals Week 1. Dolan here, joined by Juan Crystal.
Hello there. How's it going? Some hype for the Taiko World Cup? I think that's been the most exciting World Cup, like the most exciting Taiko World Cup so far, at least in the past 3-4 years maybe. This last semi-final stage was
a new challenger has emerged. We have several new good teams this year. I think Korea and the UK are the two standout teams that are really good, putting up solid performances against Taiwan and Japan. So yeah, it's always hype to see that.
We saw both top two, like Japan and Taiwan have been top two for 5 years now, I think. We saw them both drop more than 5 points in a single match, like 7-5 against Korea, and I mean Taiwan lost.
Taiwan lost. Taiwan lost to the UK. So it's been an exciting year, but we've got more than 4 teams left. We still have Canada and Italy, who still hanging around, made it to finals week. Impressive run from Italy this World Cup.
Absolutely. I think this is like the one time that the planets kind of finally align in favor of Italy, or rather not against them. They were so unlucky on Taiko World Cup drafts. So, like Deco and Ikun are amazing players. They just got really early matchups against teams like Taiwan or Japan in previous stages, and they couldn't really show off their true potential. And this time they have managed to avoid those teams long enough to survive until the top 6. And now they have to prove themselves against Taiwan, though. That's no joke.
Indeed, but now we've also got Canada hanging around into it. Vlad and Janitor, the dynamic duo, with an epic comeback against Brazil last week to book their spot here. They've had it kind of rough this tournament. They fell early and had to play the US in the first round of losers. They won that 6-4, but had that really close match with Brazil. And now they're here playing against one of the top teams in the tournament, South Korea.
One of the arguably favorites to take the top 2 spot, I'll say, South Korea. I'm not sure if they can compete against Japan's later game in the grand, but they are looking to be the team to beat until that point, at the very least.
Yeah,
so
I would also argue the UK is also one of those teams as well. I mean, beating Taiwan is not something you can just ignore in the realm of Taiko. But South Korea have also done very well, taking 5 points off Japan. They're coming in with a lot of momentum. But Korea has one of the best rosters out there. Peaceful and Appler's 2 notable players. And Canada has their share of players, Vlad and Janitor. We see Barry in the lobby as well.
So Korea is one of those teams. I always want to make this kind of comparisons with this type of teams with Brazil in the Mania World Cup. Those teams, are super crazy good, but they have to scale. They need to get through the late game, and once they are on the semis, finals, grand final stages, they just absolutely destroy every single thing you throw at them. And I think Korea is very similar to that. They have a better early game. They made it until the semifinals without losing many points at all. Now they're on the losers bracket, but they're on their ground. They're on the finals. This level of difficulty is exactly what they were waiting for all this time. And now Canada, even though they have been top 3 in the past, they have been an amazing team this year. They struggled a little bit. You saw them losing early on in round 16. They had issues against Brazil, against the United States, both top seeds and both really good teams. But South Korea, I think it's on a different league this time. I am expecting maybe a 7-2, 7-3 in favor of the Asians.
Yeah, definitely Korea, the favorites on paper here against Canada. Not really a surprise there, but Vlad and Janitor could still give them a run for their money on most maps, but I think Korea, to your point about the scaling, I think they've scaled beautifully this tournament. When you're taking 5 points off the defending world champs in semis, I think that's scaling about as good as you possibly can. But the question that you asked earlier that remains to be answered is, how will they scale towards a grand finals and finals week pool?
Well, hopefully we'll get the chance to see that, but Canada, on the other side, will try their best to prevent such thing of happening. They really want the top 3 at the very least. And for that, they first need to beat Korea. And like you said, Vlad, Barry, and Janitor, those three have been playing quite some maps. I think Vlad and Janitor can take potentially some picks off Korea, as you mentioned earlier. So in theory, I think this match is going to start looking close. Maybe like each team taking their own points for like 2-3 picks. And once Canada starts running a little bit out of picks, then Korea is just going to outclass them. But, you know, this level of difficulty, node locks are something that happen. And even though you have Vlad on the Canadian team, if he can avoid such node locks, then they can probably take a couple points from Korea. Perhaps even the match.
And also a big question to ask when you're the underdog here is how wide is their range in this map pool? Can they play only a few maps in the pool? How many picks do they have that are relatively comfortable against a team like Korea? I think Korea's got a slightly larger range than Canada here, but we'll have to wait and see because we've been surprised before. But getting into our first warm-up here,
hopefully, if the client allow us.
But I also like your point what you said earlier. I think you're going to be right here in terms of the start of the match. I think Canada is going to try to play their strongest cards earlier.
You know what's also funny that we didn't really mention is that this match also happened in the round 16. This is a rematch for
this is actually I was literally just looking at the bracket as you said that this is a rematch of the round of 16. So really interesting, and that's got to help both these teams feel a little more confident from the mental perspective. You know how these teams play. You know what they're more likely to pick and ban, etc. You know, so maybe Canada's not feeling too bad about this because they've played this team before.
Yep, they know they have to be careful with things like double time or those extreme picks that Korea will definitely excel, especially with Applers, which is arguably one of the best players, if not the best player, in the harder of the setups, I guess. And they will probably just try to stick to their usual strategy of going free mod here. Canada will try to probably just out-mod Korea as much as they possibly can. Don't know if that's going to be something like realistic for them once the difficulty gets to such a difficult pool. Like once we get into this level of difficulty, Canada might not be able to pull those hidden hard rocks like they did in the past. So
yeah, they've always relied on that free mod pool throughout the entire tournament. They've been out-modding teams and that's where they've gotten the majority of their points. But against a team like South Korea, I think the big question comes down to the consistency of the two teams. And I think that Korea is slightly more consistent than Canada from what I've seen so far.
I'll agree to that 100%. The thing again is there any mod that Canada can just perhaps take advantage? Both teams are pretty versatile and Korea just looks like the stronger team overall, so it's gonna be really hard for Canada to find a weak spot. They just have to go with the picks they feel comfortable with, the picks they feel are best performant for them, and hope that Korea cannot keep up somehow, or maybe a couple shows happen. It's gonna be rough, but again, we'll have to tell.
You and I, we have a history of cursentating quite well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I reckon if these
with
two
our
teams
powers
could ask for other commentators, they would be like, yes, please.
I don't think any player would be scared unless you told them that Juan and Dolan were casting the match.
That's a nerve-wracking situation for them.
We don't even mean to do them; they just happen.
Yeah, I think the people in the chat or people just watching these streams are like, they surely mean it. Like they are probably doing intentionally, and sometimes we do. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you try to prepare, perhaps shoot a curse or two to one of the players if you really want to see like a tiebreaker or something. But most of the time, if not almost always, it's just something that happens and you cannot control it.
One Deku in the Twitch chat is asking who's gonna commentate his match now.
Oops. Do we have to reveal that? I don't know. I feel that it's gonna be funny.
No, it's always a surprise. You never know. Yeah. We're gonna keep you guessing. Sometimes you just gotta spice the matches up a little bit, you know? Quite a lengthy warm-up here.
Yeah,
But,
it's a pretty uncomfortable time, I think, for South Korea here. It's like morning, so they definitely need longer warm-ups to like warm up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's
Like,
I think it's morning for
warm up.
Korea and on the later side for Canada.
Pretty standard map so far.
There have been a few bursty sections, some slight SV changes, but nothing like too crazy out of the ordinary. Sadly, it's not a meme map, at least to my knowledge.
It doesn't look like it, so I don't think it's a meme warm-up. Again, it's probably just Korea's warm-up choice in order to actually properly warm up. Maybe something long that they feel comfortable with, a map they enjoy playing, something that just works to shake off the nerves, getting the feeling in the mood of the match, and only to be, you know, only to be taken out by a meme warm-up now by Canada, probably.
Sorry, I'm just fiending for him. You know, it's near the end of TWC, and that means CWC is on the horizon. I can't help myself but looking forward to it.
Oh, it seems like this was actually a Canadian warm-up. That's
well, that's a great score from Peaceful, though. That is...
Okay, this
sending
now
a
looks
message.
more South Korean. Now that I see this map. It's just 335 APM, right? It's not
Yeah,
too
for
bad.
4.5 minutes, you know, no big deal.
Uh-huh.
No big deal.
Seems doable, I don't know about you.
Yeah, totally.
Like we, the Mania people, we don't really go that fast, I think. Like, sure, we do stuff at 335 BPM, but it's usually not a baseline BPM. That's just ridiculously fast.
We get to see Lime hop in. We haven't really talked much about Lime. Lime and Rubies on the Canadian side are two newcomers to the World Cup this year, and they're in finals week. So not everybody gets to do that, so that's pretty impressive for them. I am eager to see what this map is going to be like. Are Korea just trying to straight up just like wear Canada down before the match?
I just don't get how music can get this fast and still make any sort of sense. Like kudos to Camellia, actually. Like, this actually sounds as close as you can get to music at 335 BPM.
As close to music as you can possibly be. Before it's just inaudible screeching.
Yep.
Also, Bam goes here. Oh, yeah, that's reasonable right there. But yeah, that's... Yeah.
I was about to say, I feel this might be the type of map we'll see Korea just absolutely trashing anybody they face. Sure, Canada is not playing with like Janitor and Vlad, which are the most experienced players, but anyway, like, why would you anyway? Why would you play this map if you had the choice not to do so?
If you have Vlad and Janitor, you know what? You guys can take this warm up, have some time on stream. We're gonna just not the tactical moves, but I mean, I don't think there's anything fairly like nothing's too crazy, right? One.
Now this sounds absolutely playable, right?
Yeah,
I
standard
I could
taiko
play
map.
this with my, I don't know, hands tied up or something.
Bro, where's the HD at?
Yeah.
Where are the mods? Let's see some mods. No, but the jokes aside, this is actually insane.
ridiculous.
Barry is still hanging in there.
I really like this like white line gimmicks. And they're not really gimmicks, they're just like visual effects, and I really like how that.
It's like, hey, don't get distracted. The white line gimmick probably added a whole star in difficulty to this just by its existence alone.
Oh no.
Oh. Meanwhile, you have Appler's 300 combo.
Yeah, he's just casually holding a 96%.
No big deal, and Bam goes just, 91. And we're only halfway through the map. That's the sad part.
I believe this is the type of map that if you pick as a warm-up, it's actually counterproductive because of how insane and ridiculous it is. But to be fair, considering it's Applers that's playing this might just be his average session. Like this just might be the thing he plays normally.
Warm-up. I mean, he's 96%ing it. Maybe this is what he considers a little bit of a challenge, That's how he pumps himself up before games. I'm sorry, I'm just in awe just watching these players. This is...
I'm just saying the Applers is not missing. Like,
how do you read that?
It's not really the challenge to just read it, but actually, like, swap your finger. Like, the finger control is required to do 335 BPM.
No, he almost had 1,000.
Actually.
What I like is, like, everyone's kind of held around the same accuracies they've had for, like, a long time. Appler's still at 96, Bamgo's still at 92.
I like that Lime is just ignoring the one force and just hitting everything else.
Yeah. just hit what you can get.
He's essentially playing a map that is half the BPM, like 168 BPM.
Appler's just nearly 800k on Score V2.
I just don't know what to say. I mean, I know the line didn't really take it seriously, but the fact that Barry, who actually tried a bit, doesn't even get to half the worst score of South. I literally feel like that PP Dawn right now. Look at that face. That face is like us. Like,
what? How? Why? Look at Appler's 976 combo. That was sick. But now we get into the rolls and bans, so now the real match starts.
I don't really know at this point. That just left me shocked.
We somehow have to cast a match after that play.
I imagine Korea might just try to maybe ban one of the free mods to try and avoid Canada for over modding, but then free mods got really hard. I don't know if Canada can actually triple mod anymore.
Yeah, it's almost to the point where it's, do you use your ban to cover your weakness or your opponent's strengths here?
Like, Korea could just easily go for Hard Rock pick or one of the free mods. Those are the things that Canada will likely be decent at, but then will Canada even be able to hold on the free mods? Like, it's something we have yet to see. Korea could also just ban the gimmick choice of the pool as well. Canada will start the bans.
You see Barry rolling a 2. That is unfortunate.
Has to try to go for a hidden, maybe a double time here. One of the faster no mods could also work.
Well, because it's also not just we have to ban something that we're going to lose to Korea on. We have to ban something that we don't think will win against Korea on that we think they're going to pick. Because if they have any idea, because they've played Korea before, if they know where Korea may ban, or might pick, they can really use that ban to potentially help them. And they're still deciding between two different maps.
I don't know, I'm feeling like...
Hey, just remember, there's a time limit. You don't wanna run out. We've seen what happens when it gets randomly picked. Canada knows this.
Oh no.
It happened to Canada. Don't let the clock run out.
I mean, it can always be a counterclockwise chant, right? No.
You can try, I guess.
Okay, so they're going for OD.
Yeah, there it is. They've been kind of that's where they've been aiming their bans to for most of the tournament. So not a shock. But now here's the bigger question that you posed earlier. Will South Korea go with free mod, or is the pool at a high enough difficulty to where they might fear a specific map that Canada could win on?
I like how all the refs and in general most people just call South Korea as SK, but it's actually KR. See that they're gonna ban the map by Grimbo
Lone Digger. That's double time too.
Okay, getting rid of one of maybe the techiest double time pick. I guess it makes sense if they choke a lot. They want to avoid unnecessary losses.
So OD and Lone Digger getting the ban. South Korea will be up first to pick.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just go for one of the no mods, but they could really just open up with anything they feel confident. They probably know they are like the physically better team. Yeah, so they might just want to overpower Canada here. Maybe something, like I said, counterclockwise or Daydream or maybe even the Hard Rock.
I just think everywhere but free mod is kind of safe for Korea is where I would expect them to open here. Because you maybe don't want to jump straight into free mod because we know that's where Canada have been historically good this tournament. But I think you're right. Any other map in the pool is kind of wide open, and this is what we mentioned earlier about Korea having a wide range here. I mean, they have so many maps that they could probably feel comfortable on here.
Big thinking, it seems to be the thing that's happening to Korea right now. I don't know why they're taking so long, but...
Well, we also got to remember, Canada's not a bad team. Vlad and Janet are great players, so... What you really don't want to do as the team that is favored to win is pick right into your opponent and have them get a break point. But they're going to go for free mod. So they must be confident on this.
Well, we're starting the match with a surprise, I think.
Oh, wait. I think they meant Katagiri, so I think it's actually free mod 3. Peaceful accidentally typed Katagiri free mod 2. Okay, but still free mod. So it was actually free mod 3 the pick. Still interesting though.
Alright then, we're gonna see some free mod action it seems then.
So it looks like Kompaku is gonna be stepping into the room.
Kompaku up for Peaceful. Who's gonna be the two Koreans actually are going to be playing this. Seems like Comeback will actually. This will be Janitor and a.
Oop.
Seems to be Barry? I don't know. Everything's pretty confusing, but there we have it.
There we go. There we go.
Janitor and Barry, or maybe not Barry.
You know, Barry is stepping out. Would not be surprised to see Vlad here, but I mean, if Barry's been practicing some of these maps, could expect to see him later.
He could be playing maybe the Hard Rocks, but like or Hard Rock in the free mods. But I believe Vlad might just be better at this difficulty level. Or
yeah, still waiting on Canada to pick their second player. Could be having some issues getting that player into the lobby. Yeah, there's Vlad. Okay, so Vlad will step in. It's going to be Peaceful and Applers for South Korea.
is Janitor actually rolling for who gets the mod? That would be funny.
You never know with these guys.
This is gonna be very important, I think, though. Like, Korea picking this surely makes it a bit weird, especially if they have some other picks. Why would you go for free mod in the first place? But it will also speak volumes about how this match is gonna look like, because if Korea takes this, Canada's in a really, really complicated situation. They are losing on what we expect, or everybody expects. They should be better at. And this will show us as well if Canada actually has the potential to double or triple mod this.
Yeah, this could be a brilliant start for Canada if they're able to capitalize and get a break point here, but to your point, also South Korea may just want to establish dominance in the free mod pool, given that that's the one that they might feel they may have the disadvantage on the most.
Yeah, surely winning this map will put Canada in a oh no situation, because they were probably going to pick free mod in the first place, and now they got picked into it, and if they lose, then it's going to be tricky for them to recover. They will not really know what to pick. But regardless of that,
waiting on Applers to load in, but we do see Peaceful and Janitor rocking the hidden Hard Rocks. Vlad is on the Hard Rock, and Applers is on hidden.
Alright, then here we go. The first map of the match, first map of the final.
We're underway, an early miss coming in from Vlad on the Hard Rock mod. He is struggling down to the 93s. Applers is still maintaining the SS. But Janitor is winning that battle against Peaceful in the double mod bracket up top right now. Well, as I say that, it's switching back and forth. Their accuracies are very even at the moment.
They're both really close. Everything that separates these two teams are just a miss by Vlad, but there's a double miss now by Canada.
Yeah, now Korea gonna grow the scored lead. Applers is absolutely killing it though.
Absolutely, that's no good news for Canada. They lost a lot of lead.
He's keeping pace with Peaceful score, and Peaceful has a second mod. And another double miss from Canada, but Peaceful will find the break. Applers continues.
That's a big lead right now, 70,000 points in favor of Korea. Canada doesn't seem to be consistent enough here. It's just Korea outplaying. There's no mod advantage to any of these teams. It's just the combo from Applers, this full combo actually, and just more misses across the board in the Canadian side here. They can certainly take this still if they see some accuracy drops from Peaceful and a couple misses. They're still in their range of recoverable, but a third of the map has already passed, and this difference stays pretty comfortable in the favor of the Koreans.
Yeah, they are going to need to see misses from South Korea at this point, but Vlad is going to find the break as the song kicks off again. That's just going to help Korea even more. And Peaceful has recovered quite well from his miss, and Applers is showing no signs of weakness.
I like the unstable rate of Peaceful. Look at how accurate his hits out. He missed it. But regardless, this seems to be really good for Korea now. Halfway into the map already, and there's not much to be said. So long as Applers keeps this full combo, he's just doing incredibly well for his team. His accuracy is insanely good, and Peaceful is just outplaying Janitor in every way, shape, or form, both on accuracy and combo advantage. And Vlad is just having troubles to keep up with this map completely. That Hard Rock, trying to equalize the mods against South Korea, is maybe not looking as good as it should have been. Many misses for him, and the lowest accuracy in the lobby. Well, actually now not the lowest anymore, since Janitor is below the 96.6 mark now.
Yeah, but Peaceful is going to find another break, but Applers is still carrying on with the hidden FC at the moment. And Korea's just run away with this one. About 160k.
If it wasn't for that log.
Ooh,
it wasn't for that log by Peaceful.
Yeah, Peaceful did find a no log there. Unfortunate. It does get back to the recovery, but I think the damage may have already been done. It will take up Meltdown. And certainly not with Applers still FCing.
Well, absolutely. But I was just pointing out this accuracy by Peaceful on the hidden Hard Rock is incredible. He was almost on the 98.8 mark before that log happened. And that alone looks even more impressive than the full combo hidden by Applers, I'll say.
Yeah, that accuracy is still very high despite those misses. Still 98.5 is insane.
The map is soon to be defined in favor of Korea. It looks like it will.
Yeah, it looks like
don't
there's...
see Canada winning this in any way.
Yeah, Korea has got this one. Peaceful does find another miss, and Applers coming to the end. Will he hold that FC? Looks like he's nearly there. And he's got it. FC from Applers and 1-0 South Korea.
He actually did it. That accuracy by Peaceful as well is insane. This Korean team is looking really scary. And it looks to be as well that this double mod choice by Janitor was maybe not the best choice. Regardless of that, they had to take that. Because with a double full combo and a Hard Rock scenario, they will have won. Yeah, sure. But they will need an amazing accuracies as well. It's looking really tricky for Canada to take the free modes. I mean, if Korea can pull up some performances like.
Yeah, and now Canada up with the pick. It looks like they're going to pick Nomad 1. So Canada will fire back with Nomad 1. No items at endpoint.
No. Wow. This song.
Oh yeah, it's in the World Cup, boys. Let's go. A banger.
They're surely taking their time to prepare here, although I don't think we'll see lineup swaps here other than Kompaku.
Yeah, Kompaku subbing in for Peaceful.
This is a pretty crucial pick, I'll say that much. If Canada can take this, this opens up some possibilities. They can go for some of the other normals that are maybe on the easier side, or on the gimmick side. Maybe normal 6, maybe even normal would work for them if they can actually take this one in their favor. If not, then Korea will get their first breakpoint and they will be looking pretty good for the rest of the match.
Yeah, well, also it's important to get early game momentum too. You don't want to get broken early on. It's really hard to get back into the game when you're down by more points. So if Canada can get a point on the board and tie this game up, it'll keep them in it. So we'll see.
Here we are. It seems like both teams are just double S-ing so far, so no difficulties on this easier intro. Have to see once the map gets a bit trickier if they can keep those up.
Accuracy is going to be crucial on this map for both teams, considering it is the Nomad 1 pick.
Couple of hundreds there for Janitor and one for Kompaku as well. There is only a single 100 being the difference between these two teams.
Yeah, Korea leading off of 100 at the moment.
They're tied again, but there's a couple hundreds again traded between Vlad and Kompaku. Now it seems that it is in favor of Korea, but not by much again. Just a couple. Even Appler's now dropping accuracy.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. It is going to come down to accuracy here. We're only a third of the way through.
And it's actually holding a bit of a lead here with his drops by Kompaku in terms of accuracy. They are
right now
actually outplaying.
Yeah, again, it is Vlad and Janner, so a Nomad 1 pick here. The consistency. They are prevailing right now at the moment. Kompaku is the big difference maker at 99.2, but Vlad will find a miss, dropping down to 98, back up to 99 now.
Right before the break, that's the worst possible point where you can miss, losing all that free combo. But the song is speeding up now, and that's probably a good thing for Korea. Applers will definitely take advantage of this speed.
Yeah, Applers is going to really like this part, but also Vlad has recovered his accuracy quite well. It's a little higher than Kompaku's. If Kompaku keeps finding hundreds, it's still within the reach for Canada. It's still so close.
It really is that close, and if Kompaku...
And there it is!
As you say, oh, but Janitor drops!
Oh no, Janitor will find that miss, and it's still crazy close. Janitor's preserved the accuracy though, and that's what's crucial.
It's looking like a bit of a better lead now for Korea though. With no full combos, they need to reach that combo cap, and as soon as they do, Vlad just drops again.
Korea's not dropping.
Accuracy alone can only carry you this far, and they will need a drop or two for Korea now, and it's gonna be really hard even so, because the map is almost over.
Yeah, they just need potentially one drop and a couple hundreds from Korea, and they're right back in this, but Vlad will find the miss, and now Korea's growing the score lead. Applers is down. It's still kind of close, but Korea holding a slight edge. Will Kompaku be able to hold up?
It really comes down to that. Vlad is now on the combo cap. A miss needs to happen literally now if Canada wants a single chance, and it's not happening. It seems like Korea.
Applers and Kompaku. Janner's accuracy is keeping Canada in it, but there's nothing that can be done. Korea's looking strong to hold on here, and they're going to take it. 2-0.
They do. 13,000 points of difference here. A single miss by Janitor is what made the difference here. And it's literally just that full combo from Kompaku. Kept them alive rather. Because his accuracy was so much worse than anybody else.
44 100s from Kompaku. That's what kept Canada in it. They were just one or two misses away from being able to tie that game up. That's a big point for South Korea.
Very big full combo there indeed. I think with a miss there by Kompaku, we would have been over, as you said.
Yeah, it was definitely within reach. That score bar was less than 20,000 points, and that is winnable. But now where will South Korea go? Map pool still wide open.
Now the question is, what would Korea go for? They might try another free mod, perhaps. If they can actually hit Naruto that well as Peaceful did, they could probably just go for it. Will they do it though? That's another topic.
Yeah, but also the question is, has Canada scared them off a Nomad? Because even though Korea did get the break point, it was very close. They may not feel completely safe picking into a standard Nomad map, but here we go, free mod 1.
Gotta love some good old Sakusyo.
That's a good roll from from Bamgo. But a pretty hype song coming in. This one is shorter. 226 in length. Seems Bamgo will step in alongside Peaceful. Full roster swap there.
No Applers.
Yeah, Kampaku and Applers swap it out. Janitor and Vlad staying put. The mods coming out. Just a hidden from Janitor, a hard rock from Vlad, Peaceful with the double mod, and Bamgo with the hidden. I like this strat from Canada because they're probably like, well, maybe it's pointless for us to try to overmod Korea because we just keep missing. So they're trying to keep the mods down to potentially get some FCs here and just rely on misses from Peaceful because although he's played well, he was finding misses.
This kind of slow, jammy parts are gonna be tricky for Peaceful to hit. Even with the hard rock, it makes it a little bit easier to read alongside the hidden, but it's still really, really difficult. The timing window gets so tight that hitting accurately those notes is gonna be really tricky for him.
Yeah, you can see he's ghost tapping for his life. Vlad finds a miss before the drop. Vlad's struggling there. Peaceful, doing really well. Bamgo's struggling with hidden. And that's kind of what's keeping Canada in it. Bamgo's accuracy. He's still got the full combo, but below 98 right now. Vlad, though, is consistently missing. Canada's actually winning the accuracy battle. They just have found too many misses. So they're still in this.
Well, that is debatable, though. There's only half of map left, and there are still 2 full combos by Korea.
Oh, Janitor!
Keep up for just a little bit longer. Yeah, that. He's lost.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, look at that. The ghost stab is actually helping him keeping up the tempo, but he's actually hitting the node incorrectly at one point. He was like spamming the dawn when it was a cat coming up, so that made him miss due to the...
Yeah, now it's not looking so good for Canada here. Korea is just growing the score lead.
Are they just gonna go for a double full combo? Is that actually gonna happen?
Yeah, they're both still FC. And
oh, there's a
no, Peaceful drops it. Bamgo's still at the FC intact, trying to bring it home. Korea gonna go up 3-0, and Bamgo will get it.
That's actually a really good accuracy as well, 98.5 almost. And Peaceful also doing really great on his own with a 96.93 in the hidden hard rock. It's already better than any of the Canadians. He got those unfortunate misses, sure, but this is looking like a really solid pick for Korea. And actually, Fremont looks like a very solid mod bracket for Korea completely. If they
just
manage to
took
win
two
this
of them.
match at the very... I wonder how the other team's gonna be able to pull off points on Fremont against Korea.
Yeah, Korea looks so strong on this Fremont pool. It's ridiculous. Against the team that's played insanely well in Fremont this tournament. The Canada are going to switch it up and go for Hard Rock too.
Some good old featured artist stuff here. Long Wake.
Looking to see Vlad step up on this one. Hard Rock. Right in his wheelhouse. Janitor can play it too quite well, but Appler's stepping in with Peaceful. It's not going to be easy. Well, maybe not Appler's. Also, I didn't really expect this pick.
I mean, all the times that Korea went for free mod, they went with hidden hard rock and hidden. So they might not be able to pull up two like hard rock players. They're gonna have to force Applers to do so, and he tried to avoid hard rock as much as possible in matches previously. That might be the reason why kind of thinks that hard rock might be a gate they can open and get some points on.
Yeah, well, they might as well try at this point, right? I mean, anything you can, and that is true to your point. Applers has been avoiding the hard rock, so we'll see how that plays out here. But Peaceful's been playing well, so it's going to have to be a team effort from Janitor and Vlad here. But here we go on Hard Rock 2.
Really fast velocity here, and that is what I meant. Applers, even though he's super crazy good at very fast stuff, this is gonna be tricky for him because he's not only fast but also in a very tight hit window.
Yeah, he's down to 94, but recovering. Got a little behind on the 100 count there. Canada with the lead. Janitor will find a miss. Doesn't drop a ton of accuracy. Now the score is just flickering, but Vlad will break as well.
Vlad's accuracy is actually really solid though, despite the miss. Peaceful is the one that is actually carrying Korea. But as time goes on, Janitor will likely stay in this range of accuracy. I don't think he's going to get much higher than a 98. So it will come down to Applers as well, if he can keep up or not. Because both Vlad and Peaceful are going to keep high accuracies. Vlad already missed, obviously, but...
Oh, he breaks again there.
They only misses from Applers now.
They're going to need anything at this point. Janitor breaking once again, and South Korea still a 2 FCs intact. And Peaceful doing the Lord's work up there at 99.2% act.
I'm a bit scared of this team.
This team is a little threatening. Oh, Chandler gets caught out on that quick little speed up there. Vlad misses the ending of it, and South Korea is so strong right now.
They just double full comboing again. Every single map they play, they were like
this
on the
is
double
finals
full
week,
so
guys.
long.
You want to talk about scaling to a map pool? How about this? And Vlad and Jander aren't even putting up terrible scores here.
Oh, they're doing really well. Don't get us wrong. It's just that Korea, they're looking like actual machine. And not like humans. Oh, there's a miss. Hey,
oh, Peaceful gets caught up there. He's real. He's real, folks. Dude, but Applers, would this be a second FC for him if he gets it?
This almost makes me feel mad, like how a team can be this good and not be named Japan.
Taiko World Cup's competitive now, boys. But South Korea is so strong, and Applers will bring it home. 100,000 point difference.
Like, sure, that is a great full combo by Applers. His accuracy is not as insane, but both Vlad and Peaceful, the hard rock mains on both teams, pulling incredible 100 counts. It's just that this issue that Vlad always has, that he misses quite more than a player of his caliber. He also has an amazing accuracy to compensate, but then there is Peaceful, who just was so close to get a full combo as well, but with similar accuracy. You just cannot compete against that. Janitor obviously trying his best there, equalizing in accuracy to Applers in terms of 100 counts, but again, he's not a hard rock main. He's not on the team to pull off some crazy scores on hard. Neither is Applers, but then he just full combos that.
I'm speechless. All right. Well, this is now becoming a situation for Canada very quickly. Down 4-0. Korea has the pick. They've got to put points on the board soon. Now, where does South Korea go?
Seriously hype up this team. I'm not sure. I might be calling this too early. Of course, they still need to beat Canada. They still need to beat whoever they face, if it is Taiwan or Italy. And if they even manage to do that, they will have to face it in the United Kingdom of Japan. But this team, man, this team might be the one that makes history this year.
Yeah, they're certainly out to prove something. I mean, only losing 7-5 on semifinals against Japan is pretty impressive. Will they stick with free mod here? Or will they finally go the route of a different map?
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be afraid of going for Gate of Doom.
Yeah, and also, you don't want to let that clock run out, boys. They may feel comfortable on the other Hard Rock pick as well.
I doubt they will try to go for bird text. They could, obviously, but why would they risk it, right? They know that Apple's got a
the timer's up. And they are gonna throw out HD. I was like, did they not make the pick in time?
They did.
No, they didn't. They didn't. It's gonna be random.
Wait, is it?
Yep.
Oh man.
It depends on the referee's discretion, but if the timer hits 0 and they have not made the pick, it is random. This happened to Canada against Brazil. Has it happened here? Because
I mean, I reckon it's pretty close, right? It was like, what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
Five is the roll.
Does that mean not 6? I will assume it means that. You know, it was actually one number off picking the map they actually wanted to pick.
Wouldn't that have been crazy if it had rolled and it was HD? Yeah, it was so close.
And it's the gimmick map. That's like the worst possible outcome.
Oh, this is not good for South Korea. I mean, they're still leading 4-0, but this is the map they probably you wouldn't feel most comfortable on, because Canada heavily contested No Mod 1, and it's a gimmick pick too. Let this be a warning to the teams. Do not pick late.
This is actually pretty bad, actually. I said actually twice, but but like
that's what you know it's bad.
This is bad. Like, I have the theory that South Korea didn't really want to show this map at all. I feel they might actually be really good at this, and they were just hoping for, if they win, for Taiwan or Italy to pick it against them and then break point them. But I might be wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, normally, I mean, it also depends on the ref. Sometimes some referees are gracious, like the time's up, they say, okay, give me the pick now. Like,
no, I mean, it's absolutely fine.
But that is the rule.
I was just not sure if it was after the timer or right on the timer. That was it. It was because like 10 seconds off or 5 seconds off.
Yeah, because we can't see the timer, so it's hard to tell, like, did they get it in time? What's happening? But all right.
Yeah, this is a thing. This is a 2020 thing. People has to be really precise with the picks. They need to have a game plan, otherwise this thing.
We have a schedule to keep. All right.
Yeah.
But here we go. Vlad with an early miss here. Act drops all across the board, except for Janitor, though, who didn't drop a ton until just then. He had the SS for most of the intro there.
Well, this, I guess, pick is looking fine for Canada so far. It's very, very close.
Yeah, very close, and that miss may not matter too much, but Peaceful is putting in some work right now with Janitor. They're going even. It's Kompaku who's making the difference. His accuracy and Vlad's miss, but Vlad's accuracy is at 99.4, so it bodes well for Canada here in the long run. They can keep that up.
This is actually ridiculously close, though. Oh my goodness.
And nobody breaks on that.
This is less than 1,000 points of difference, folks.
This is... Because Kompaku is recovering his accuracy.
Yeah, the accuracy from Peaceful and Janitor are just exactly the same, but Janitor!
Oh, Janitor misses!
That's totally not my fault. I don't take responsibility on that.
Kompaku now and Peaceful. Peaceful's checking out here. It's still winnable for Canada. It's not over.
Oh, absolutely. Just a single miss and that's... The table's flipped once more.
Because Janitor was able to preserve most of his accuracy on that, so it's not disaster for Canada yet.
Oh, there it is! The slider!
Vlad!
Probably too hard for Vlad to keep up with, but Kompaku trains it. Oh, Vlad is just collapsing. Oh my goodness, he just lost so hard. Look at his accuracy, he's just gone. Bye, Vlad.
No. He got mega locked.
He got destroyed.
Just the way he came off that slider. It was just at the worst possible timing, and it messed him up for that mono stream and for everything else immediately after. You hate to see it. You hate to see it happen. But that's pretty much sealed this one for South Korea. And that's going to make it 5-0. It is the gimmick map for a reason.
That was a
Peaceful.
yikes by Vlad. He got more misses than hundreds. That's how bad that log was.
Oh my goodness. Peaceful Janitor will come away with 99% scores. That's pretty impressive. Thanks, Carter. They're going to pick the map made by the one and only Drum Decimator himself.
Yes.
That is
Bad
Nomad
end.
4. Bad end. Let's see who it's going to be a bad end for.
I remember 2018 SK team and it was suck. Wow. I love broken English. I actually find funny as well that Koreans themselves can't call themselves SK when they're actually KR, but I guess I'll never get over that.
The things you think about, man. Oh, we'll see Applers coming in.
I think it's fair though what Kompaku is saying. How good Korea got in such little time. Since 2018 they've been a very decent team, but now they are looking solid, really solid.
Yeah, they're looking like potential contenders.
And that's saying something. When you have
Like-
Japan,
Like not like just to medal, like contenders to go the distance. To potentially win the tournament. If I recall correctly, I think they got what, third last year, 2019?
sorry, what?
I think they got third last year, didn't they?
I don't recall. I
2019?
think so.
Somebody can fact check us.
Let me check real quick.
It's like I'm pretty sure they got
Yep,
third.
it was them. They got third. They got third after beating Canada for the top 4, actually.
Rematch. They played Canada quite a lot.
Yep, they actually beat Canada 7-4 back then. And they took Hong Kong down 7-1 as well. They lost against Taiwan, though, on tiebreaker in the grand finals.
You mean losers finals?
Yeah, I mean, it was grand finals full, but it was like top
Yeah, oh
three.
yeah, that's what you mean. Gotcha. But here we go. SS is all around to start this one. 100 from Janitor.
This is a great song.
It really is. So far, 3SS is on the board. A very small lead for South Korea. I believe it's 200s now from Janitor. Applers, Kompaku, and Vlad still keeping it up.
I think there's 100 there by Vlad and a couple more for Janitor. There seems to be a 500, I mean 5 100s of difference between these two.
Yeah, but one miss can change anything here. It's still that close. Oh, there is 100 from Kompaku, so another SS is down. It is only Applers.
They're entering this tricky part with
Oh,
very
Vlad
different
gets
stats,
caught.
and Vlad actually gets caught. Exactly at that point.
Such a shame because he was on a 1/100th run at the moment. Applers will give up his SS.
At this point, accuracy might not be enough, and there's another miss by Vlad on this calmer section. No good news for Canada. They'll need a couple misses here from Korea if they want some sort of opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to need Korea to seriously mistime something like no lock here to get back into this. But Korea is showing no signs of weakness right now with
The
tremendous
hardest part of the
accuracy.
chart. And there's misses by Janitor and Vlad. That's no good news. Korea is again just going for the double full combo play once more. I'm kind of tired of saying this. They have been doing such thing in every single map. There's a miss by Applers finally.
Yeah, finally they bleed a little, but Kompaku will keep it up. And Janitor and Vlad trying their best, but nothing can be done.
I like that Applers got a miss, but he's still on a 99.8.
The dude's an animal.
Who's an apple?
He's an apple. Thank you, one.
Yes.
Kompaku though, trying to keep up that FC. That would be another map that Korea's had at least one FC on. I think there's only like
they got a single FC in every single map so far, right?
No, I think there's only one that they haven't had FC on. And it's not this one. Kompaku gets the FC. 6-0 Korea.
5 100s by Applers as well. He actually gets the best score of the lobby, even outplaying the full combo by Kompaku.
Beats him by 1k. Beats him by like no less than 1k. That's like by 500 points.
502
490
points actually.
I think it's the other way. It's 498.
Oh, is it?
It's 498.
Oh yeah, it's 498. You're right.
That's insane.
Not to discredit the plays by Canada here. They got a couple misses though, I'll say so much. But in accuracy, they've been pretty good in the whole match so far.
Yeah, it's just been the consistency issues for Canada. Their accuracy has not been too far behind South Korea. But now Korea with the pick. A chance to put it away early. Will they go with free mod 2? Or will they go with HD1, the map they meant to pick before the random pick?
Korea's taking their times again. We might see the BM waiting time. Okay, they're gonna go for Takenoko Shonen, starring at Starfall or Starlight. I don't remember.
They're going for hidden one.
Ah, that works.
Yeah. Easy. It's also a relatively short map compared to what we've been playing so far. Under 2 minutes, just barely. Also, this is the first HD map that's been played, so we'll have to see how Vlad is feeling. Will we see Barry potentially play this? That is a possibility here for Canada. Depends on who's feeling better at the moment, I guess, Vlad or Barry. But I expect Janner to play this. Peaceful will step in with Applers. We'll have to wait and see, but no switches coming in. No, that's going to be it. Vlad is going to play this one. He's going to stick with Janitor to the end. Maybe they can get a point here because Hidden has not been played. We'll see if SK, how they're feeling on Hidden. They're usually pretty good, though. They've been picking it a lot in free mod. So I expect Applers to perform well. And speaking of Applers, we don't got him. We're going to try that again. There we go. So looks like we have seen some early misses from both Canadian players.
Oh, Vlad is just not liking this at all. Yep.
Yeah.
This is similar to what happened on Hard Rock for Korea, even though Applers got a full combo. His accuracy was not so good, and here it happens the opposite way. Canada doesn't have a second hidden player. And even Janitor, who's a hidden main, is struggling really hard.
And both Korean players just holding FCs. Peaceful actually outplaying Applers here on the hidden at the moment. And oh, Vlad just mistimed the stream. Peaceful does break though. But yeah, Canada, we knew that Hidden was not going to be their best mod. And unfortunate, Canada were in it for a little bit. They were competing on some of these maps, just in several cases, one too many misses. And then Korea just putting in an absolute dominating performance with an FC, I think on... they get this, it'll be 6 out of 7 maps. We're coming to the end. But Applers will not get it. But Korea will take the point and the win. 7-0. They are through to the top 4. Canada will go home in the top 6. Good performance from them this year. Korea, though, making a statement.
What a statement it is.
There are your winners. South Korea. They will face the winner of Italy and Taiwan. And the winner of that match will confirm a top 3 spot with the UK and Japan. Well, it's going to be GG's 1. What do you make of it?
Well, I'll say I'm a bit surprised. Like, I was pretty sure that Korea was going to win this, but 7-0, that's a bit of a shocker. Like,
I thought Canada could get like 1 or
top
2
for many years now, and they just could not get the ground. Like, there were no way they could take any point. They were so close on some of the no mods, but still, it was always that Korean full combo that really made the difference. Sure, Canada's missing
100%.
some of their key players, like, for example, Tasha, and you could argue that Vlad might not be on his best shape either this year, but still, you expected maybe 1-2 picks won by Canada at the very least, and Korea just goes there and sweeps. And they are now waiting for the winner of Taiwan and Italy, and I'm sure those two teams are very, very scared for whatever happens if they win.
Indeed. Well, coming up next is going to be Taiwan against Italy. That approximately 8 hours from now. So you got some time till then, some time to kill. But Korea prevail 7-0 over Canada. They are top 4. 1. It's been a pretty insane Taiko World Cup so far, and I can't wait to see how it concludes in the coming 2 weeks.
Me neither. Might this be the year when we actually see another champion? We already see a different top 3 from last year. We already know as well that the grand final will not feature Taiwan. This is a year of many changes, of many upsets, and a lot of teams that are really, really scary. The UK and Japan both waiting on the winner's bracket. Taiwan, Italy, and Korea, the only 3 remaining in the losers one. And I don't know, man. I really don't know. I have no clue who's gonna win this tournament, and that's something I have never felt in a Taiko World Cup before.
And it's really refreshing. I'm really enjoying it. And you've got even a European contender in the UK in the mix. They have guaranteed a top 3 spot. And the funny thing is, South Korea could end up stealing the last one. Taiwan could be left out of the top 3, which would be insane. Who knows what's going to happen, man? But stay tuned to this channel.
I will tell, yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen, but we know where it's going to happen.
I know you can also just buy some banners, right? At this point, since we don't really know who's going to win, you could just go for any of the teams you support the most. At this point, anyone has the potential here to take it all. So if you want the banner to stick a bit longer, you might have to take a little bit longer as well to pick the right team. This is not as easy as just Japan as last year.
But don't wait too long on those banners, folks, because I do believe that Grand Finals weekend, are they still available? Is this the last weekend they're available?
This will be the last weekend, yep.
Yeah. This is the last weekend you can get your banners. So if you have not gotten a banner to support your team or the team that you love in this tournament, still, go do that. $2.50. It is so worth it. Makes your profile look awesome. You will not regret it. And stay tuned for the hype madness. Well, Juan, I think that just about wraps it up for us.
I think it does. It's been a pleasure as always, Dolan. I know I'm not casting as often as I would want, but it's always nice to have that once in a while.
You never know. We just got to break out the legendary curse-tating duo on him every now and then, just to keep him guessing, you know?
Absolutely. Well, this time around, we kind of didn't really get much of a showcase. Like, Korea just killed it. But hey, perhaps our powers will have to wait a little bit longer.
In the future, for another match to be cursed. But not this one, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Taiwan, Italy, 8 hours. Don't miss it. Come back, follow, click the bell. Do what you gotta do if Twitch even has a bell. We'll see you next time.